Here's how to sing like Bruno Mars. He's an incredible singer who has mastered his mix. The tough part about his music is he goes up to those high notes and he never comes back down. So here's an exercise to put you on top and have you sustaining that mix for a very long time. We're singing on a G-E-N, gen-N-N on one of these. Gen-N-N-N-N-N-N-N-N. Give it a try. Nice, and we're gonna pull this up higher. Bruno doesn't use volume, he uses strength. Good, highest one. Now that we got your high notes going, the other thing he uses is false fold distortion. So if you say for me, very bright, yeah. Now call out and use some of that grit. Yeah! Start to put that into your singing and you'll start to sound like Bruno Mars. We have more videos on that distortion coming out soon. Keep your questions coming, and which singer should we cover next?
You're 68 seconds away from having whatever it is that you want. When you hold a thought in your mind and concentrate on it for 17 seconds, it's the equivalent of doing 2,000 hours of actual physical labor. So let's focus right now on what it is that you want. I'm going to set a timer and go. If it's wealth, allow yourself to feel wealthy. Imagine that there's money with you right here and right now. It's in your hands. You can feel it. Count those $100 bills. If it's greater health, see yourself having an amazing body. Feel grateful for this strong body that you have. 17 seconds have just passed by. We're going to go for another 17 seconds. So continue to feel wealthy. Continue to feel healthy. Continue to feel happy, to feel grateful. What you want is now taking place in your life. Feel it. See it. It's been 34 seconds now. What you want is now taking place in your life. It's yours.
Here's how to sing like Billie Eilish. I'm always amazed at the control that she has. So she always relies on the microphone. She sings very soft and very breathy. So here's an exercise to help you find that. We're going to sing on a very breathy hey on this pattern. Hey, and let that whispery sound pass through your voice. If you want to add another Billie trait, add some vibrato at the end. Hey, give it a try. Nice, let that breath leak through. This is not about volume, and all about how soft you can be. Good, a couple more. Highest one. Getting that breathiness is not easy, but keep on practicing and soon you'll sound like Billie Eilish. Here's how to sing pop. First, you need to be able to use vocal fry. This is going to be the onset to a lot of words that you sing. Found a love. It adds a nice texture to the sound. Second, you need to be able to use all of your registers. You need to be able to flip into head voice like Sam Smith and Ariana Grande. You need to be able to mix like Bruno Mars and Olivia Rodrigo. And you need to use your chest voice. Plus, we want you to sing breathy in all of those registers at one point or another. Breathiness is going to give you a little bit more texture and a little bit more emotion as well. Third, you want to delay your vibrato. So whenever you're holding on to a long note, start it straight tone and then let that vibrato come in halfway through. Ah, makes it sound more contemporary and less classical. Comment with your favorite pop singers and we're going to break down how they sound so unique. Here's how to sing like Ariana Grande. We know she's an incredible belter, so check out our How to Belt series to help you out with that. But there are two other things that make her sound iconic. One of them is her higher larynx position. So if you place a finger on your larynx and swallow, you'll feel it jump up. Try and talk with this higher larynx position, and you'll notice your sound is lighter and poppier. She uses this for all of her songs. Now, the second thing is sometimes she uses whistle register, but a lot of the time she uses what we call flageolet. That's the head voice above head voice. Here's an exercise to find it. Sing for me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Give it a try. Keep the lips rounded and the volume soft. We want you to crack into the higher register. Two more. And highest one. Now you have the belt, you have the larynx position and the flageolet, and now you can sing like Ari. Here's how to sing like Freddie Mercury, who uses false fold distortion. How do you think I'm gonna get along without you when I'm gone? We already know he has a killer mix, so check out our belt series to help you out with that. Now, to find this distortion, we want to use a lot of brightness to help us out. Otherwise, we're going to be squeezing in all the wrong places. So what I want you to say is twang, as bright and as nasty as you can sound. Now call out twang with that same brightness, same feeling. Now we have to resist that airflow. So as I like to think about it, put brakes on while you're still driving the car. Twang! That's going to get the false folds involved and we get that nice grit that we're looking for. Play with this idea. This is only the first step and we're going to get you singing on different words, singing up high in your range with the same sound. For now, be bright, resist that air, and twang to your heart's content.
Here are some of my favourite ways to cover a song without riffs and runs. Number 1, don't underestimate the power of good vocal phrasing. What do I mean when I say vocal phrasing? I'm referring to time and the way that we interpret the lyrics/melody within the rhythm of a song. I hope that you are having the time of your lives. Number 2, the use of dynamics. I'm referring to your singing volume. Are you loud? Or are you quiet? Number 3 is one of my favorites. The use of glissando, which is otherwise known as vocal slides. This is the technique of sliding between notes. Time of your lives. There are so many ways to vocally convey a feeling. Try these out and hit follow for more singing tips.
So if your singing voice is weak or too low, here are a couple things you can do to improve it. Practice reading your lyrics loudly. Remember, don't scream. So instead of, "Hi, my name is Jacob." "Hi, my name is Jacob." Get comfortable projecting without screaming.
We talked about how to get rid of breathiness. Now we're going to talk about adding breathiness to the voice. This is really important for R&B, pop, indie, and folk styles, so it's definitely something you're going to want to get used to. Now, if you sigh for me, you'll feel how open everything is. The sound is breathy, the vocal folds open up, and air is passing freely. We're going to use this in an exercise to help find that breathiness. So sing this for me. And see how breathy we can make the voice. Give it a try. Nice. Let that air pass through. Highest one. Get used to this sighing feeling and you'll get used to that breathiness in no time. It is such an important stylistic tool that you're going to want to have in your back pocket.
Singing tip number 31. Make your vowels longer and your consonants shorter. So when we sing, we're able to get resonance on vowels, whereas consonants can sometimes interfere with or interrupt our resonance. So we want to make our vowels as long as possible and keep the consonants short and between the vowels. For example, the beginning of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, you don't want to sing it like this. Somewhere over the rainbow. Notice how the consonants are really interrupting my resonance and it's not consistent. Whereas, somewhere over the rainbow. Like that, my resonance is consistent because I'm making the vowels as long as possible and just making the consonants a very short amount of time in between the vowels. Follow for more tips.
Here's a vocal exercise that's going to increase your agility so you can do faster riffs and runs. So we're singing the letters E and A, and here's what it sounds like slow down. E, A, E, A, E, A, E, A. Here's a vocal exercise that's going to increase your agility so you can do faster riffs and runs. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. So keep at that pace until it feels comfortable and then slowly speed it up. Here's what it'll sound like. Ha, ha.
Singing tip number 40. What to do if your tone is too bright. So a certain amount of brightness can be a good thing, but it is possible to go a bit too far. For example, if you sound like this, when you sing, that's a little too much. So the easiest fix is to drop your jaw and to create more space, more vertical space. And that way you'll be able to get more resonance. Like that. Follow for more tips.
How to sing like Michael Jackson. Step 1. Babalikan mo lang yung pakiramdam pag kumain ka ng maanghang. Paano ka ba nagre-react pag kumain ng maanghang? Exaggerated lang yun, pero parang ganun. Step 2. Time to time, gagawin mo yung para kang sinisinok. Weird, pero maganda yung panagsama-sama. Huwag mong kalimutan, maanghang. Subukan natin with Mike.
Another day is gone. I'm still all alone. How could this be that you're not here with me?
So I just comped my final lead. There are a couple spots that I want to re-record because of flat notes or just because I thought I can sing it better. So what I'm going to do is punch it in. And that simply means that I just take that one little part that I want to fix, delete it, and then re-record it until I get it the way that I want it. And a great way to punch in is by clicking the space bar, have it start playing, and then you click the record button where you want it to record. So let's go ahead and do that.
Making me hats from head to toe, from head to toe.
All right, I like that take, so I'm gonna keep that one. And then there was a spot here that I wanted to try again.
Vibes get stronger,
Vibes get stronger, party seems longer. Let's try that again.
I feel your flow. Vibes get stronger, party seems longer.
So I took Charlie Puth's 30-day class on Monthly. This is the first song that I made following Charlie's process. First, we created our initial vibe, just enough little layers to inspire us to start. Then we had to come up with our melodies for each section, just singing whatever came out, no lyrics yet. Then we recorded all the vocals, added in our additional production effects. This was my final product.
For the first time, everything feels so right. No need to reverse, I'm diving in first to paradise. Oh, meet me in the back, boy, you know where I be. Ain't no turning back, I want you.
How to manifest what you want in your sleep. First thing is you realize that you have magic time before bed. You're getting yourself calm through deep breathing, through body scans. The second thing is you focus on one thing you want to manifest in the next 21 days. Step number 3, this is to intensify. What do you smell? What do you hear? What kind of sounds is it? But this is all nothing without the last step. That is,
your song should have a thesis. And here's what I mean by that. A thesis statement is something that's used in papers all the time. Basically, if you could sum up this entire essay in one sentence, what would it be? And I find that that's very helpful to think about when you're writing a song. Anything that does not help the main point of that thesis statement gets cut out. You can avoid a lot of analysis paralysis if you just force yourself to write about one specific topic. And it also keeps you from going on different tangents that could honestly be different songs altogether. I've gotten pretty good at writing songs pretty fast, and it's not because I have some magical songwriting talent. It's because of this one thing. I will very quickly decide what direction I want the song to go in. Like within the first 15 seconds of me writing something, I'm probably gonna decide on a musical direction. I'm gonna have some mental picture in my head. I'm gonna have different inspirations. I'm gonna be making a mood board in my head. I'm gonna be thinking of places and people that fit that mood board, and I'm just gonna go for it. When people say it's hard for them to write songs, really what they mean is it's hard for them to commit to an idea.
How to mix vocals in FL Studio. Now to start off, we're going to be using the EQ. Now I actually have 2 EQs on this because I'm cutting out frequencies that I don't like in both of them, and I'm also cutting out the lows and upping the highs in the other one. For the next effect, we have a compressor, which is very simple. It's the Sound Goodizer, and I have it cranked at around 50%. And it's on the type A. Next is the Fruity Limiter, which I have set as the default preset, but with the ceiling touched down a little bit. Next is the delay with these settings, Fruity Reverb 2 with these settings, Waves de-esser, just the classic one at around 13 for the threshold, Vocal Rider to keep the vocal very clean, crisp, and audible, and finally W43 stereo, which is basically a noise suppressor from Waves. And yeah, that was how to mix vocals, guys. Leave a like and follow if you enjoyed. Fucking that bitch, make it dip like a chip. I'ma shoot it, release the whole clip. Watch him go down like a sinking ship. Gucci store to buy some fucking drip. Fucking that bitch, make it dip like a chip. I'ma shoot it.
Have you ever wanted to riff like this? But you end up sounding like this?
Walk away.
Don't worry, if you can speak, you can riff. Inspired by the queen of breaking down riffs herself, Natalie Weiss, I'm going to be using a method similar to hers. I'm going to try to slow the riff down into as many sections as possible, then try to connect all the sections together into one giant riff. To do this, you can use any app you want to slow down the riff. I like to use my 3DS, it's the same thing. For example, take Mariah Carey's Lead the Way riff. Then slow it down and try to separate it into as many sections as possible. To do that, I listen for gaps. There's a gap right there. Let it take over. Now let's try to find another gap. Oh, there was another.
L-O-B-E-A-B-B, nigga, that's my partner. I'm making beats till like 12, waking up at 4, just because I wanted to learn. That's why every producer with an excuse, I don't give it to him. Anybody with a job, I don't give it to him. Because if you want to do it, you going to do it, bro. I was dead tired. And guess what? I was sneaking off at work. I would go back to the bedroom for like an hour or two, finish a beat that I was working on, and then go back to work like nothing happened. Like, that's what I was doing because I really wanted to get hard at it. Like, I would watch Southside Lives and everybody cooking up. Then I'd be like, bro, I got to make a beat. But I'm stuck at work. So I'm like, hey, y'all, I got to use the bathroom real quick. Bro, I drive right to the bedroom. I finish the beat I'm doing. I upload it on SoundCloud, and I just go back to work like nothing happened. Like,
all right, Neek's go-to vocal chain. Well, I'm Neek. So here's my vocal chain. Arc compressor, medium attack, pretty fast release, and then I like to have the gain match the amount of reduction happening with the compression. SSL channel, low cut, a little bit of a high cut, high shelf boost, and then a low shelf right here. And a little bit of compression to round out those changes. So this changes all the time, but normally something like this ends up happening, and then a little mini dip. All right, my favorite compressor, the TubeTech compressor plugin. Pretty fast release. Attack will vary depending on how I want it to sit in the mix. And then even the amount of compression happening will vary as well, and then add some gain with that. The gain on this one sounds really good. A little bit of harmonic saturation using the VMR from Slate Digital, and a little bit of parallel compression using the FG Stress plugin. And DS when there are S's. With nothing on sale, total cost is $590. The TubeTech is $300, FabFilter ProQ is $180.
If you only consume yourself with your music career and your music, in general, you're really missing life. Music is created out of life, right? If you aren't experiencing life, you have nothing to write about.
My number one auto-tune tip. Instead of choosing major or minor in the scale menu, choose chromatic, advanced view, and choose major or minor from here. This helps you see your notes on the piano and gives you controls to add or remove notes and customize your scale to better match your melody.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Do what you
Follow me for more tips.
Hey, listen up. This is part 2 of why your voice sounds like shit. You got to get your vowels right. If you're singing with the wrong vowels, your voice is going to be fucked up. You're going to say me, man, mama, moo. But you want to build all the vowels to that initial me. It's called vowel alignment, man. You fucking up if you're not doing this. Get on that shit, you're going to be like, baby, these lips.
If you're a content creator and you're struggling with video ideas, here are over 700 video ideas in under 15 seconds. First, you're gonna wanna look up title generator and then press headline generator. Then it will bring you to this page and you can just type in one subject and it will bring up over 700 content ideas and title headlines. This is what I use when I run out of content ideas. I hope this helped, and if it did, and if you want more creator tips, give your boy a follow. Other than that, you're welcome.
Auto-tune versus no auto-tune. Let me know which one's better. need you bad when I'm feeling down. Never pick the phone up when you're out of town. And even disappear, I just don't know why. Don't know why I push you out at the bottom of the bottle and I'm so damn faded. In the strip club and I'm throwing these blue faces. I know I need to let you go right now, but I don't know how to push you out. Hey, yeah. I need you bad when I'm feeling down. Never pick the phone up when you're out of town. And even disappear, I just don't know why. Don't know why I push you out at the bottom of the bottle and I'm so damn faded. In the strip club and I'm throwing these blue faces. I know I need to let you go right now, but I don't know how to push you out. Hey.
What is it that you feel is missing in the music, and what do you feel that's not being said?
Not being said, making the connection with people and showing that music is life. The things that we say on record, you know, it goes out to the street and the kids believe this stuff, man. The kids believe it all.
People don't like to admit that. They want to just say it's all entertainment.
No, it ain't all entertainment. And I hated the word role model. But you can't run from it. Like I said, when I went out to these shows and I seen these kids saying, we live by your music and what you're talking about, that's something that you got to accept. I could sit up here and talk slick all day on record. But who's going to relate to it at the end of the day when they got to go back to this crazy world and feel like they don't love themselves enough to stay humble and not, you know, commit suicide?
I would say, you know, with writing, you know, everybody, we all deal with writer's block. We all get in our own way. And my sort of mantra was follow the fun. So that means if I'm not having fun, I'm doing it wrong. If you get to a point where you hate what you're doing, it's up to you to figure out how to have fun while doing it. Really? To look at it from a different angle, to look, you know, so I would be... Is writing fun? It's very fun.
Super fun.
You know, it's at a certain point, you know, in the middle of questioning, what am I doing? This no one's going to want to sit through this awful sequence, and that's when I would say, you know what? Put that down. Let's go, and I get to design a secret society. Like, that's the most fun way I can spend my afternoon. Work on that, and eventually that gives me enough space to come back and deal with what the scene is.
When a fool is talking, listen very carefully. Because listening to a fool is important. Because knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do.
It's not just that dialogue sounds like music to me. It actually is music.
Anytime that you're speaking out loud for the sake of performance, those words, what you're saying, have all of the properties of music.
Dialogue has rhythm, pitch, and tone, and volume, and meter, and it absolutely has all the properties of music.
And so there are musical rules that apply. If you're in 4/4 time, there have to be 4 beats in a measure. There can't be 3, there can't be 5. So
you put time signatures on your dialogue?
I do not put them there, but they are there, which is why the actor will know that if he or she has dropped a word from a line or substituted a 2-syllable word with a 1-syllable word, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound as good. The joke doesn't work. It's the snappy comeback isn't as snappy.
Just do those 2 things. If you do those 2 things, you cannot fail. Everybody out there, are you listening to this? Listen to me carefully. You can read all the self-help books you got. You can read anything you want. You can see all the shrinks you want. And listen, I've been in therapy 30 years, so I know. The most important thing is, the 2 most important, be really good at what you do and be well liked. You know what? You can't fail.
Would you be a musician if nobody ever heard you?
Sure.
Why?
Because I love music. It's in my head. I can't get it out.
So you listen? Yeah. You're hearing it yourself?
I hear it now.
I've come to realize that confidence is a concept you can choose. I've come to realize that authenticity is necessary, and it's powerful. I've tried to spend time being like other people. It didn't work. It's a lot of hard work not being yourself. I have a few questions for you all. Who are you? How many versions of you are there? And I have one final question. Are you using them all to your advantage? In reality, everyone is capable of creating their own masterpiece. You should try it sometime. It's quite fun.
Say I have right now GTA 20, okay? It's not out yet. It'll come out in many years. It's the most amazing, immersive GTA game ever. I'm gonna lend it to you, but in 7 days, I want it back. Most likely, you have 7 days, you're gonna go explore, you're gonna try everything, right? It's this crazy new world. You're like, what happens over there and there? Let me explore, see the mountains, whoa. And then you return it. And when you give it back, I'm like, cool, did you enjoy it? What did you do with the game? You're like, I explored. Think of life that way. You have your body, that's the vehicle, here's the ride. Eventually, you're gonna have to give the game back, the game of life. What are you gonna tell the person when you give it back? I just kind of stood still the whole time, and I didn't really explore because it was a little scary. I wanted to pursue this and explore, but you know, I just played the taxi cab thing where I would just collect cash the whole time. And I had a lot of cash at the end. Did you have fun? Did you do what you loved? No, but I collected a lot of cash with the taxi missions. Ah.
Here's how to sing like Freddie Mercury, who uses false fold distortion. How do you think I'm gonna get along without you when I'm gone? We already know he has a killer mix, so check out our belt series to help you out with that. Now, to find this distortion, we want to use a lot of brightness to help us out. Otherwise, we're going to be squeezing in all the wrong places. So what I want you to say is twang, as bright and as nasty as you can sound. Now call out twang with that same brightness, same feeling. Now we have to resist that airflow. So as I like to think about it, put brakes on while you're still driving the car. Twang! That's gonna get the false folds involved and we get that nice grit that we're looking for. Every singer needs to do this each morning. As soon as you wake up, hoot 3 times as soft as possible. That's going to start to warm up your voice, and if it's sounding easy and free, it also means your voice is healthy and ready to go for the day. Interested in voice lessons? Send me a message.
So if I love you, then it be just for you. Knowing I'm touching you, can I trust in you? Can I trust in you? Oh, baby, girl, come show me your true colors. Paint me a picture with your true colors. These are the questions of a new lover. True colors, true colors. Girl, come show me your true colors. Paint me a picture with your true colors. These are confessions of a new lover. True colors, true colors.
That's how a song is written, everyone. Just bounce it out. Find something that's cool. Riff on it. Woo!
How to practice your songwriting skills. Go to chordchord.com, press generate, and it'll play a melody for you, and you just freestyle. Don't hold anything back. Don't be afraid to sound dumb. This is your time to let your creative mind flow. And if you didn't like the last one, press generate. This is good practice. You don't know how to breathe when you sing in me. Yeah. Oh, your breath stinks in mine too, but we can go to brush my dude. Oh, food.
Young producer exposes the hit song formula.
This is hip hop. This is ghostwriting in a nutshell. Imagine a hallway, right? Okay. At the end of the hallway is one big door. One big door. on the side, when you're walking through the hallway, you have all these little doors. Little doors. In each of these rooms are a ghost producer. Meaning that the ghost producer produces the track, and then one of these mainstream producers put their tag over it. But it wasn't their beat. They just put the tag over it so people believe that it's their beat. So these rooms have an engineer, a ghost producer, a main producer, and somebody talented that can rap or sing in there that nobody has heard of. Right? They make thousands and thousands of songs a day, but it's not just one room. It's like 20 rooms. 20 rooms, right? 20 rooms of people making songs a day.
So I want to ask you, this is something you've actually seen.
I've been in it. I've done it.
Okay, keep going.
It's a real thing.
So you said there's like 20
rooms in a room, 20 rooms, right? You walk in these rooms. After you walk in these rooms, each of these rooms has somebody doing something creative, different type of music. At the end, big boss woman, big boss man come out. Look through all these rooms. Imagine you going grocery shopping. I like this beat. I like this song. I like this beat. I like this song. Like this beat, like this song, like this beat, like this song. Right? Got all these songs and beats. Now, all y'all can get out. All y'all 20 other people in the 20 rooms can get out. Y'all ghost producers we don't care about. Y'all ghost artists we don't care about. Y'all can all leave.
But they still do get paid though. Don't they?
Not fairly. Not fairly. What's $1,000? What's $1,000 to somebody who will make $1 billion? Get out. Get out. Because these people want a chance, bro. These people want a chance.
So they're actually getting fooled into thinking if they produce for this person or they write.
Yes, they want a chance. I've heard, yo, if you do this for me, I'm going to put you on this song with me, bro. You'll be the biggest thing moving. Been lied to. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So now, all y'all can get out. We done with y'all. Y'all producers ain't worth it. Y'all engineers done. All that. Now, let me take this. Let me take all these new stuff out. All this stuff I collected from each of these rooms. It's the big boss lady or woman, whatever. Lady, woman, man, whatever. They walk to the big room. In that big room is the mainstream producer. Is the well-known engineer. Is the big mainstream artist right there. Right there looking at you. Like right there. Now it's, you put 20 new songs on the table for them. Which one you like? Important people in the room. Now the artist goes, they pick. They pick 7 of them. Cool. Throw the other ones away. Record these 7. They drop one of those. It's a single. It's number 1. It's not that.
Let's pray. May the Lord bless and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen. 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 Thank God for Jesus. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I feel like the most important thing is finding what your why is. And for a lot of new artists, they always forget to answer that question. What's your why? Right? And when I say that, like, I mean it by, I run into an artist and the first thing they say to me is like, hey, check out my SoundCloud link or whatever link it is that they give me. Like, there's 10 songs on there. It's like, oh yeah, go to track 5 where you got my R&B track. Or go to like track 1 where it's my rock and roll track. And go to my track 6 where it's a turn up track. And it's just like, okay, like I get that you're versatile and I get that you can do a lot of things, but why should I care? You know what I'm saying? Like, any given moment, I can go to a studio right now and drop a 16 and I could be a rapper. Or I can just call myself a rapper, right? So the question is, why should I care? I feel like a lot of new artists always fail to answer that question. Why should I care?
Here's how to sing like Billie Eilish. I'm always amazed at the control that she has. So she always relies on the microphone. She sings very soft and very breathy. So here's an exercise to help you find that. We're gonna sing on a very breathy hey on this pattern. Hey, and let that whispery sound pass through your voice. If you want to add another Billie trait, add some vibrato at the end. Hey, give it a try. Nice, let that breath leak through. This is not about volume, and all about how soft you can be. Good, a couple more. Highest one. Getting that breathiness is not easy, but keep on practicing and soon you'll sound like Billie Eilish.